Hey there guys, and welcome back to Alex Invest. Today the markets are mixed for the first time in a long time. We've had this sort of big bull run for the past 2 weeks here, with a lot of heavy green. And so it's kind of nice to settle down a little bit for a day here. But do I think tomorrow we're going back to sort of what we saw yesterday? Perhaps, yeah, I think we will. Just because, again, we have so much more money flowing into the markets again here, right? I mean, we saw that throughout sort of 2020 when a lot of people lost their jobs and everything, right? We saw this huge influx of money into the market. And now we had this sort of AMC GME craze that went on, right? And that again brought so much more money into the market. And that's part of the reason I think why we're seeing so much green lately and such a big bull run, right? Because there's just so much more money that is being put into the market in general. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. But today we're going to go over 3 stocks which I bought yesterday, and I'll go through the reasons why I bought them and sort of where I see them going from here. And so we'll start off first here with Time Technologies. And this is one, they had $100 million share offering right up here, right? They came up heavily from this. Then they were up here, they had the share offering, they came back down. And then on the 8th in the morning, so that was yesterday, is when I decided to pick up some shares in this one. Because, again, I see them doing well short term, but I also see them doing quite well long term. And we'll go over the reasons why right now. And that is because of some of the things they're doing, right? First of all, they're doing a COVID play right now. If we go over to the newsroom, we can kind of see that. Here's their $100 million registered direct offering, first of all. So that happened, right? And then that's when I bought after. But anyways, the important thing here is their Time 19, which is, again, a drug used to treat COVID-19 infections. And this is one they're currently working on, and I think we will see continued sort of big gains here in this stock. And it's not only the COVID play, but again, they also do cancer research here, and they're developing cancer metabolism-based therapies here that are intended to be effective across a broad range of solid tumor and hematologic cancers. While also maintaining patients' quality of life, right? And so this one is sort of a twofold play here, and I think if they come out with news on either of these things, they're going to go up quite heavily. And we can kind of see just from that direct offering, right? If we go back here for a second, they're bound to really come back up from this direct offering. Sure, there's a little bit of share dilution, but in general, I don't think they should have came down this much at all. So because of that, it just makes sense that they kind of just came back up after a few days here. And again, they have now $100 million in cash that they have to work with. So I do see them doing well with that $100 too. They can basically put that money into expansion, into R&D, into potentially production as well here, if some of these drugs work out well here. So those are all things to keep in mind with this one. Again, we're up quite a lot, 18% on the day here, and yesterday we were up about 10% as well, so doing well on this one, and I will be continuing to hold this one for now. Then the next one I wanted to go through with you guys is RVV, that's Revive Therapeutics. And they came up here again. They had that announcement that they were FDA approved for another COVID drug here that you can take orally. And then what's going on right now here is we can see that they're going into their phase 3 clinical trial here for their butylamine, and this is what they're using to treat the COVID-19 here for mild to moderate cases, right? Only this isn't for super severe, but mild to moderate. And we can see that the US FDA here has approved the company to proceed with a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled confirmatory phase 3 clinical trial protocol to evaluate the safety and efficacy of butylamine in patients with mild to moderate COVID-19, right? So that's kind of what they're working on right now, and they're in this phase 3 clinical trial. I think it's going to go well, first of all, and if it does, we are going to see a big jump in this company, and that's kind of the reason why I picked up this one. So longer term play, maybe; shorter term play, definitely, right? And then The last thing I wanted to go through with you guys is CRNT, right? And this is also one I picked up yesterday, and we kind of came down off right here. We can see we came down from that 560, right? Because their last quarter financial results weren't actually very good, so we saw them, come down from from those highs there, and that's where I decided to pick up some shares right around here. And today we're down again, so not the best, but of course, this one, it's a 5G play. And the thing about this one is it's going to be a longer term play for me, I think here. 5G has just started rolling out here. But when we start to see a little bit more of this rollout into 5G, and we're already starting to see that, then we're really going to see the price of Ceragon, I think, go up quite a lot here. And there's a few reasons behind that, but I'll start off with the main reason why I decided to pick up this stock is because I'm seeing more and more about this 5G, commercials on 5G, everything about 5G, right? We're moving into that 5G, which is sort of that next logical step from the 4G, from the LTE, right? Which isn't much faster, and we're moving into this new 5G technology. And so again, I see really good things there. There's a high compound annual growth rate for this industry. We're gonna see this rollout just continue here up until it surpasses what we had with 4G, and that's gonna be our new network that we operate off of. So that's kind of why I think this one's gonna do well, and even if not in the short term, I think in the longer term it definitely will, and that's why I'm just kind of holding this one for now. And there's a few things I wanted to share with you guys about that here though. And one of the main reasons I see them doing really well here is we can see the continued progress in multiple large operator 5G processes, moving from design wins to proof of concepts and purchase orders with initial low volume shipments in preparation for potentially high volume orders in the second half of 2021. So again, that's not far away, right? Second half of 2021, that's just, a quarter or two away here. And so I think with that, we're going to see much bigger moves here from them, much bigger revenues again, and we're going to come up in the price here. Again, we can see their revenues are not doing that great, coming down from sort of their last quarter here. We can see, in the last 3 months, they made about 70 million, where in the last 9 months, they made 188 million, right? So, again, this one is a longer term play, and I'm willing to wait it out because I do think we're going to see a rise in this one in general. So that's why I'm holding on to this one. Just quickly, we'll go over a stock that I'm looking to buy soon here, and that is Solar.v, right? And I was gonna pick up this one yesterday, guys, and we were at the 0.53, right? And we just had this huge run today, and then I don't have any shares now in the company, unfortunately. Again, this morning I was gonna buy at 0.61, guys, and of course I didn't. So we're back up here at 0.66. I'm still thinking of picking up shares in this one. I think we might see another run tomorrow, just because we've sort of seen some huge runs in this solar industry in general too here, right? I mean, there's a few we can look at. The first one kind of is one that's on my watch list, right? Or yeah, on my watch list in my portfolio right now, and that's Renesola, right? This one, if we go to the hour chart here, or even the daily chart here, we can kind of see where they've gone, right? And I remember this one back at, in December, we were at around that $4 level, at $5 level, and I actually sold right around here while I was holding back here, right? And we came up to here and I sold, and of course we had this huge run after, and I wasn't in for it, and then back down here is when I decided to pick up some more shares. Again, so we can kind of see these solar companies, how much they've risen. Another one is SPWR, right? SunPower. And again, this is one that I used to own as well back when it was $10, and we're at $48.70 now. So we just kind of can see where these solar companies are going and where they have been going, and that's why Solar.v right now I think is a great play, because again they're still small, and we might see something similar that we saw in SunPower, that we saw in Renesola, because these solar companies are really part of our future as well, along with our EVs, along with our hydrogen here, right? The solar industry is one that's going to be massive. We even see Tesla working on solar too. So that's kind of why, I think Solar.v might be a good play here, short term and longer term. And I might be holding Solar.v soon here. So anyways, that's going to do it for the video today, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, please like, subscribe, and leave me a comment as always. And other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.